Good morning, everybody, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Today is Crochet Thursday, and today we are working on the shawl that is very popular right now. And if you're interested in this one, that's awesome. If you don't want to do it, then that's fine. You can just wait till we do another video. I'm going to back my camera up just a little bit so you can see what we're working on. So, what you're going to do is you're going to crochet your foundation stitch anywhere from 135 to 155, depending on how tall you are and how long you want your shawl. Now, I'm about 5'5", 5'6", so I have made this particular one about my size, my height, because I'm shorter than some. So this is going to be what you're going to do. On this particular one, I have done 3 rows of half double crochet, and then I've done front and back post stitching to separate that edge, and then the rest of it is just a double crochet. So that's going to be what goes around your neck. As you can see, that's going to be the outer area. Now, I will also, as I get toward the end of my shawl, I will make that nice decorative edge as well. And I'll probably have my shawl made to where it reaches the crease of my shoulder, because that's just a good wide width for the shawl. And I think that that's what I'm going to like. Now, you make it however long or however wide. Some people may want it shorter. You may only want it to come to here. I like mine full. I feel like I'm covering up nice and comfortably if you're sitting on your back deck, or if you're sitting at a ball game, or you're in church and it's kind of cool and chilly in service. Wherever you're at, you want to feel comfortable and warm wearing this. Now, also too, depending on the yarn that you use as to what type of season you may want to wear it as well. You may want to do something more silky and satiny. There's some latte cakes that you can buy at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and those are great for spring and summer. Now, if you're wanting to do something for the fall and winter, you may want to use something like this acrylic, or you get you that chunky yarn to make it super thick if you just get really cold during the winter, and it'll be a nice thick shawl. Now, what we're going to do, like I said, you crochet your foundation stitches, and then you make those first couple of rows different than the rest so that it stands out for your column, for your border around your neck, and then your border on the edge of your shawl when you're finished with it. Now, your width, like I said, can be as wide as you want it to be, and it can be as long as you want, but you want to make sure it's long enough that when you put your hands down next to your sides, you are going to have pockets on it. Now, you can, of course, make it without pockets if you want. Now, we're going to make pockets in our next video. I'm going to show you how to do that. But we're going to do that, like I said, in the next video. So, tune in next time for that. Now, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had somebody come to the door. So, what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how to do that front and back post. You already know how to do the half double crochet. If you don't, please go back and watch our previous video that's half double crochet, and that will show you. There's also a video on the double crochet, so go back and watch it as well if you don't know how to do that. Both of those are very basic stitches, and this stitch is not hard to do. It's just different. So you already know how to do the double crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going to decide if it's going to be a front or back post. Now, we're going to leave this first one as our back post. So we're going to yarn over like we do a double. You chain up 2, yarn over. We're going to go behind the post, the stitch, and that's going to make it, push it to the front, and that's going to be our front post. So we're going to yarn over, pull it through the back. Then we've got 2 on the loop. We yarn over, go through 2, and then we yarn over and go through 2 more. Your first front post is done. Now we're going to go yarn over, and we're going to go in front of the next stitch, which pushes the post to the back. So we yarn over, pull it through, go through 2, go through 2. That finishes our double crochet. Now our next one's going to be front post. So we yarn over, go behind the post, go through 2, go through 2. Next one, yarn over, go in front of the post, push it to the back, yarn over, go through 2, and go through 2. I'm going to show you. That shows you how you get your front and back post. See, back, front, back, front, back. So you just keep doing that, and that'll get you your post. Now, if you continue to do this whole stitch on every single double crochet row, that's going to make, and you want to stay in line with what you did. If you did a front post stitch on the last row, that's what you want to do on the second row that you do, and so on. That'll make a very pretty lattice work pattern. It does use more yarn, but it is gorgeous. Look up front and back post stitching and lattice work, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But again, our finished stitching, that's what it looks like, front and back. And it's hard to tell because it's black on this fabric, but when you're wearing it or you're up close in person, you're going to really see a difference, because that subtlety just makes it stand out. If you're doing something with color, you're going to see it more, of course. But it's just have fun with it. You can do any stitch that you want on these shawls. You can do the granny square stitch where you're just doing it in solid, you know, 3, skip 1, 3, skip 1, so on as you go along, and just do it as a rectangle instead of a square. Or you can do the V-stitch. You can do all kinds of different stitches, ripple stitch. It's really just whatever you want to do and what your preference is, and just make it stand out and be different. But whatever you start it with, that's what you want to end it with, so it pulls it and brings it all together in the end. Okay, so practice and work on your shawl, and the next video next week is going to be us making the pockets. Like I said, you can make it with or without the pocket, but we're going to put pockets and we're going to put tassels. And the tassels are going to go on the ends of our shawl when it's completed. And I'll show you how to do that as we get to that point. So for this week, just keep practicing and keep working on those stitches. And I will see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you guys soon.